Hey everybody, Mountain Grandma here, and it is Tea of the Week time. Today I want to talk about red Rooibos. I'm running a little bit late. I just uploaded a new video last night of a song that I wrote for all of our veterans, and I swear I was thinking about like every night when I went to sleep, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and so nervous about it because I really wanted to show respect and just thank all of our service members, all of our veterans. Thank you so much for your service. If you haven't had a chance to go check that out, I hope you can hop over there and do that. And thank a vet. So today we're going to talk about red Rooibos and a little bit about how it is, and I'm going to show you, mention a couple of tips and tricks with it. And I'm also doing a shout out today, so I will be sharing that with you as well. First, okay, on to our red Rooibos. And I have bought mine from Mountain Rose Herbs. So here it is. I got it in this nice little canister here. When you pour it, it looks like this. Red. Hence red Rooibos. It's actually a bush that they ferment to create this red Rooibos. There's a green Rooibos too that's unfermented, which has a totally different flavor. But the flavor of this one's very warm. I love the flavor, super smooth. It's low in tannins, so anybody who is sensitive to like tannins that are in tea, they won't have any digestive issues drinking this tea. It's also caffeine free for anybody who likes caffeine free tea. And the bush itself, gotta read this. Who remembers these Latin names? Some people do, but not me. Aspalathus linearis. That's this fancy bush that they make this stuff from. But it's also high in polyphenols, which means that it's high in antioxidants. So it's, you know, helping to go after all those free radicals that are bad for us. And since it's high in antioxidants, that means it's also high in anti-inflammatory effectiveness. And since it's high in anti-inflammatory, that means it's helpful for all of those chronic diseases that stem from inflammation. So think to yourself, what might those be? Those could be cardiovascular issues, could be diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, anything with inflammation, it helps that. I mean, drinking a cup here and there might not have some amazing impact, but you do enough healthy stuff every day in your diet and you're gonna feel better. So I like to drink things that, you know, are good for me and make me feel better. So this is one of them. And I'm going to show you a trick today, or a couple of tricks. So first off, your red Rooibos, if ever you see a tea blend and you really like the tea blend, but they're using black tea and you don't want caffeine, or maybe, you know, you're somebody who's sensitive to the tannins in the black tea, use the red Rooibos. It'll be a great substitute. And if you don't want to put it in a blend, you can drink it plain. It kind of has a little bit of a sweet, almost like a nutty flavor kind of warmth to it, is how I would describe it. But I'm going to show you a trick today. So what I'm going to do is make vanilla Rooibos out of my red Rooibos. Super easy, guys. I'm not going to waste my vanilla beans, because if you price those things, they're like 20 bucks for one little bitty old bean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my vanilla extract, which, you know, as you know, this is like alcohol. This is like, you know, a vanilla bean stuffed in alcohol, shook up for 8 weeks. Poof, there it is. I think it's Growing with Hudson that's going to start doing this. So I hope she watches this so she can think about making some tea this way. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it over the top of my red Rooibos here. And then I'm going to let it sit. The alcohol is going to evaporate. It will leave behind the vanilla flavor. And then I'm going to have vanilla Rooibos, and it's so awesome, you guys, especially in the fall. And just think, if you're somebody who likes other flavors, if you like almond, for example, almond flavor, just remember, over there in that aisle of the grocery store, they got all kinds of extract flavors. You could, I don't know, you could do all kinds of stuff. I really am partial to the vanilla, so that's the route I'm going to go. But I'm going to do that right now, and then just kind of show you, so you can get a feel for how much do I put in here, and how much do I use. And then we'll do our shout out. All right, so I got pretty anxious. I should have poured when I was doing this, but I'm going to kind of swirl this around. You can see it in there. I've got I don't know, maybe a 1/4 cup of red Rooibos. Add a little more vanilla. Bear with me. Kind of stir this around. I might be able to put some more red Rooibos in there. Let it soak it up. Oh yeah, I could dump more in here if I wanted to. And I do want to, so let's do some of that. I'm not measuring, doing anything fancy. This is all just me eyeballing. I want to make sure that all of them can get saturated. So once they're saturated, I'm going to leave them to sit out. And like I said, that vanilla is going to evaporate. And then you're going to have just nice, dry red Rooibos that are flavored with vanilla. So it's awesome. A little bit more. I would say what you're kind of going for here is almost like wet sand. Kind of a, see there, where you could maybe make a little sand castle out of it or something if you wanted. I mean, not that you would, but you know what I mean. All right, so doing that, what I'll do is try to get this as flat as possible. I might need to get like a little cookie sheet or something to flatten it out on, because that just means it'll dry faster. But that's all there is to it, guys. And then you can have vanilla Rooibos without having to buy it separately and being able to just buy one, you know, container of red Rooibos. And now I want to talk about our shout out for the day. And before I do that, I'm going to show you how the red Rooibos looks once it's been steeped. Ooh, there it is. Kind of a very red, orangey red tea. Tastes wonderful. All right, shout out time. Okay, for today's shout out, I want to shout out At Home with Tom and Rhonda Howard. If you haven't checked out their channel, you've got to go over there and check them out. They're great. They are both nurses, and they're always full of energy and happy. Just a joyful time to watch their videos. They've got a lot of animals. I particularly like their horses, and they've got a couple of English cream retrievers that are just precious. And if you go back and watch older videos, you can see them as puppies too. But they recently did some great shout outs for Ridge Life too. So they've got some of those videos, but they're just a fun couple, just wonderful people, very sweet, and a lot of fun to watch. They will brighten your day. And I won this on one of their lives. I was a winner, and yay me. I don't always win, so it was awesome. I won this coffee cup that they sent me, and then this wonderful coaster that they made and sent to me, and I just love them. So anyways, special thank you to them for that. It's been a long time coming. But yeah, please go check them out. And thank you all so much for your support. Please remember to like and subscribe. Don't forget to think of that today. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And as always, go drink some tea.